Thank you for joining us for this segment of Live Healthy. I'm your host, Lauren Collar. Acid reflux. We've all experienced it from time to time, but what do you need to know to beat the burn? Joining us today is Dr. Michael Michelle, a surgeon here at Somerville Medical Center, and he's going to tell us all about acid reflux, what you need to know, and what you can do to prevent it. Thank you for being here. Let's start just generalization. What is acid reflux?
Sure. Acid reflux is primarily a problem with what's known as the LES, the lower esophageal sphincter. A way to think about that is a one-way valve that sits at the bottom of the esophagus. And if that one-way valve is working appropriately, it allows food to pass through the esophagus in the appropriate direction, but does not allow stomach contents, which is often acid, to splash back up into the esophagus.
If you're having those symptoms you mentioned, how often is too often? When is it time to seek help?
There's several different ways to approach that, and it has to do with what your symptoms are. If you're having symptoms more than once a week, then it's time to seek help. It's time to talk to your physician. From there are several different pathways you can go as far as diagnosis and treatment. And one of the issues with acid reflux is it is both underdiagnosed and overdiagnosed, which sounds a little bit strange. But it's underdiagnosed because there are a number of patients that never get beyond the first step, which is try this medication, and they end up staying on medication for years and years. Sometimes it's misdiagnosed. They may not actually have acid reflux, yet they're on these medications for years.
What can people do at home to beat the burn?
There are several things that you can try, what we call lifestyle modification. And really, this is the first step in treatment for reflux. And those things are eat smaller meals, eat a little bit more frequently, try not to eat within 3 to 4 hours of bedtime, and try to avoid trigger foods. For some people, those trigger foods are very common things such as tomato-based, spicy foods, citrus-based foods, peppermint, chocolate, caffeine, smoking, and alcohol. If you can avoid those, then you may be able to keep your reflux at bay.
Thank you for joining us today, and thank you for being here. And a reminder, a Beat the Burn seminar coming up on November 20th. We hope to see you there.
Live Healthy is sponsored by Trident and Somerville Medical Centers and provided as a service to you and your family.